No, no, no. It's not just opinion. I understand completely. Okay. Marsha, can you hear me okay? Couldn't hear me last night? Interesting. No, no, no. That I need to know that. That's helpful. Where were you sitting, just out of curiosity? Further back. Yeah. Okay, that's good to know. Well, so here's an interesting challenge I realized. Well, so that's the thing I realized. So Bruce, if he's sitting in the second row there, is underneath the speakers that are in that room, right? So no, that's an interesting point. That's an interesting point. Yeah, it could be, but there's lots of reasons why it may not be the case. Hey, Dana, good morning. How are you? It's okay. It's okay. Good morning. Good morning to you. Oh, very nice. Sure. All right. All right. I'll leave that too. Hey, good morning. How are you? fine. Yeah. We'll just wait for them.
Okay.
This I just.
I leave a water there, so we got that.
They used to do it here. This is the problem. Right? It's all the stained glass windows and everything. Not everybody has the best aim. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Even the soft ones, believe it or not, to this kind of stuff can do damage. But yeah, did you hear about the story about the guy who got caught smuggling fruit roll-ups into Israel? Were you the one that sent me that? Oh no, this is unbelievable. At customs, they got caught with like boxes, like Costco level boxes of fruit roll-ups. And it turns out it's not because the person was like obsessed with eating them, it's because they cost a fortune in Israel. And so it was all a business thing. They were all just trying to make money off of a inflated cost of, right? You buy it at $1 at Costco, you sell it for $5 in Israel. I guess that right? I mean, no, that's the thing I always find amazing is like, when my cousins would come to visit and would bring back literally 15 boxes of Air Jordans, and somehow they get through customs no problem, but who knows with these things, right? Who knows? That's it. All right. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Okay. We'll try that one more time. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Oh, there you go. The second one always works. I don't know what that is. Welcome, everybody. We're so glad to have all of you here to celebrate Shabbat, and of course, to celebrate our incredible Ellie Litvin, who's going to be called to the Torah as a bat mitzvah this morning. Ellie, how you feeling? Good. That's good. Exactly. You're going to hear a lot more from Ellie in just a little bit. Just curiosity, how many of you is your first time with us here at the temple? All right. That's great. Welcome. So I guess the renovations will mean less to you guys than probably to those of us that have been here many times, but you're in actually a very historic place, and Ellie, you are adding to the history of this temple in a very significant, very important, very powerful kind of way. And through all of your studies, you really have made a very significant impact on all of us, your teachers, your classmates, and as I said, really left your mark and will continue to leave your mark on this place. So it's really a privilege and a pleasure to be able to celebrate all of the hard work that you've put in to get us to this moment, and in particular, the Torah that you're going to share with us and teach us in just a little bit. So for those that have never been with us before, you should have a prayer book in your row, hopefully. Looks something like this. We'll also have chumashim, places where we can read from the Torah in a little bit, which will point you towards when you need it. If you don't, for any reason, have one of these in your row, please just raise your hand. My buddy Howard there, or Marcia in the back, will be happy to help you out. And we're going to get started by first welcoming Ellie up to the bima to bestow upon you your tallis. And this tallis is not just any tallis. This is Tal's bar mitzvah tallis right here. Right? And Farah, I think you said for your bar mitzvah you might continue the tradition of using it. Something like that. Okay, that's very. How's it feel? Good? A little slippery. That's the one thing about tallis is sometimes like that. Okay, just repeat after me the blessing. Okay, don't worry if you're. Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Eloheinu melech haolam.
Eloheinu melech haolam.
Asher kitshanu.
Asher kitshanu.
B'mitzvotav.
B'mitzvotav.
V'tzivanu.
V'tzivanu.
Lehit atev.
Lehit atev.
Batzitzit.
Batzitzit.
Together we say,
Amen.
All right, Ellie, you can go relax for a little bit. Tal, I think she wears it best? Definitely wears it best. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, you can go sit there and relax for a bit. So this is our student Cantor Kevin, who's going to help to lead our service this morning. And Cantor, I think we're going to start with Hine Matov, which is on page
128.
128. Is your mic on?
Yep.
Okay, 128.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לה יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לה יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
All right, I'll invite us now to rise in body or in spirit as we turn to page 226 for the Baruch Hu, the call to prayer. Again, page 226. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. We're going to read together in English on the top of page 229, and then we'll go back to 228 for Or Chadash in Hebrew. In the beginning, even then a new light was sown for the righteous. I promised that your light would become the catalyst first for order and then for hope. Author of language and light, help us to use words as you have, to cast light into dark waters and draw out justice and truth. We're now on page 228, the last three lines in Hebrew. Or Chadash al Tzion Ta'ir. Or Chadash al Tzion Ta'ir. V'nizkechu lanu mehera le'oro. V'nizkechu lanu mehera le'oro. Yadadai bim bim bam, yadadai bim bam, yadadai bim bim bam, yadadai. Yadadai bim bim bam, yadadai bim bam, yadadai bim bim bam, yadadai. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMe'orot.
Amen.
We'll turn now to page 231, and we'll read together the second reading down from the top of the page in English. Love your neighbor as yourself, you said, and light blinded we saw, that inner and outer worlds are one, as you are one. You spoke and we wrote, we reached for you down the centuries, your light moving before us, as we climbed, fell back, and climbed again, your Sinai of life. Baruch atah Adonai habocher ba'amo Yisrael bi'ahava. We turn to page 232.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please join us on page 234. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavcha hayom al levavecha ve'shinantam levanecha ve'dibarta bam B'shivtecha b'beitecha u'v'lechtecha b'derech u'shofbecha u'vkumecha u'shartam leot al yadecha ve'hayu letotafot b'einenecha
וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Page 236.
ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל, ואמרת עליהם, ועשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנף בטיל תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית, וראיתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריהם, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
All right, we'll turn now to page 238, 4 lines at the bottom of the Hebrew.
תהילות לאל עליון ברוך ומבורך, משה ומרים ובני ישראל, לחנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, איי 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 איי, שירה חדשה שיבחו גאולים, לשמך על שפת הים, יחד כולם הודו, והמליכו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
צור ישראל, קומה בעזרת ישראל, ופדחנו יהודה וישראל, כה עלינו אדוני צבאות שמו, קדוש ישראל, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. We'll invite everyone to rise in body or in spirit as we begin the Amidah on page 242 and then quickly on to 244.
Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu Imotzeinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע. מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה,
ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים.
Amen. We're now on page 248.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ, כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני, אדוננו מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה.
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור נגיד גודלך. לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור נגיד גודלך.
ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לעולם לעולם אמן.
ברוך אתה אדוני
שמו.
האל הקדוש.
Amen. Please be seated. We're now on the top of page 250. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. מקדשי שבי שבת, כולם יספעו ויתענגו מטובך שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. והשביעי רצית בו וקידשתו שבת. חמדת ימים אותו קראת שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. זכר למעשה בראשית שבת. זכר למעשה בראשית שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. We're now on page 252. Eloheinu v'Eloi avotenu v'imotenu ritzei ritzei v'imnuchatenu קדשנו במצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך. צווינו מטובך ושמחנו בישועתך. וטהר ליבנו
לעובדך באמת, והנחילנו, אדוני אלוהינו, לילה, באהבה ורצון שבת קודשך ונכובה ישראל מקדשי שמך ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. We'll turn now to page 257. I'll read together in English beginning at the very top of the page. 257. For the expanding grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations. Modim anachnu lach. For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons. Modim anachnu lach. For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements. Modim anachnu lach. For human community, our common past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression. Modim anachnu lach. For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared. Modim anachnu lach. For all who have labored and suffered for a fairer world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom. Modim anachnu lach. For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose. Modim anachnu lach. We pray that we may live not by our fears, but by our hopes, not by our words, but by our deeds. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulechanae leodot. We turn to page 258, a prayer for peace.
Sim shalom tova uvracha chen v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael amecha varcheinu yotzreinu kulanu kechad ve'or panecha Ki ve'or panecha natata lanu Adonai Eloheinu. Sim shalom tova uvracha chen v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael amecha Torat chaim ve'ahavat chesed u'tzedaka uvracha ve'rachamim ve'chaim ve'shalom. Sim shalom tova uvracha chen v'chesed ve'rachamim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael amecha v'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שים שלום טובה וברכה חן וחסד ורחמים עלינו ועל כל ישראל עמך. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום. Let's read together on the bottom of page 261 in English. I need strength, humility, courage, patience. Strength to control my passions, humility to assess my own worth, courage to rise above defeats, patience to cleanse myself of imperfections, and wisdom to learn and live by our sacred teachings. Let me not be discouraged by my failings. Let me take heart from all that is good and noble in my character. Keep me from falling victim to cynicism. Teach me sincerity and enthusiasm. Endow me with perception and courage that I may serve others with compassion and love. Oseh Shalom on the bottom of page 260.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
Shabbat shalom,
All
everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Ellie, how you feeling? Good? No, actually, the truth is, I could see you for this whole, half hour leading up, just looking right at the book. Like, you are ready. You are prepared. You look like the most studious Jewish person I've ever seen. And it's just such a wonderful thing that in a moment, we're going to call you up to take your rightful place up here on the Bima, leading our people, connecting us to our sacred Torah, but most importantly, connecting us to you. Okay? Because you, Ellie, are as sacred as the Torah as anything else in this building, if not more so. And again, what a privilege it has been to be part of your journey so far and how much we're looking forward to all the things to come. So just as way of explanation, before we get started with our Torah service, Ellie, as I said, is going to be our real main teacher for this morning in a lot of different ways. So symbolically, one of the first things that Ellie will do is to carry the Torah out into our community as a reminder to all of us again that the Torah belongs to all of us, to all of you, and that Ellie, again, as a leader, one of the most important things we've learned from this experience is share, especially share the good things in life. So you'll have that opportunity to be close to the Torah in that way. We're then going to read from the Torah, from our ancient scroll, which has been handed to us generation to generation. We're going to read 3 aliyot, 3 readings. I'm going to read the first 2. Ellie will read the last. In each case, there will be blessings before and after, and we'll call up some special people to help us with that. We'll also have an opportunity to hear a little bit of Ellie's perspective on her Torah portion this morning on the parsha that is known as Naso. I'll explain a little bit more about that. And then to read from the Haftarah a little bit of the section of the books of the prophets, which are what help to give us a sense, again, Ellie, of not just Torah as law, but Torah as an inspiration to live an ethical life, and a life in which we realize how much our work and our thinking about the world impacts others and changes the world. So in all those various ways, again, Ellie, you will be our teacher, and all of you will be equally important in this, right? There is no teacher without students, without learning. So this is a time especially to really pay attention to what it is that Ellie is going to share with us in just a little bit. And as I said to you, Ellie, nothing in life should you have to go through completely on your own, and especially lucky for you that you're surrounded by these wonderful family that you have here and your friends who are going to help, some of them, to help us through this service as well. Okay, so Ellie, you're feeling good, and Farah, you're going to help us as well. You're one of our first helpers, going to help to open the Ark. We're going to ask everyone to please rise as we turn to page 324. Again, 324, and Farah, if you would help us to open the Ark, you can leave your prayer book right there. And Ellie, if you would come on up, you can leave your prayer book there for now.
And I think we're actually on 362.
362. Yes, 362. Thank you, Ken.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
All right.
אין כמוך ואלוהים אדוני ואין כמעשיך מלכותך מלכות כל עולמים וממשלתך בכל דור ודור אדוני מלך אדוני מלך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom, av harachamim heitiva virtzoncha et Zion, tivne chomot Yerushalayim, כי בך לבד בטחנו, מלך אל רם ונישא, אדון עולמים. Page 364. כי מציון תצא תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה, ודבר אדוני מירושלים. 365. 366.
Baruch
Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah Le'amo Yisrael B'kedushato.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol, Adonenu, Kadosh, Shema.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadlul Adonai iti, uneromema Shemo yachdav. Lecha Adonai hagedula v'hagevura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod. Ki chol b'shamayim u'va'aretz, ki chol b'shamayim u'va'aretz. Adonai hamamlacha ve'amitnaseh lechol erosh. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'har kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'har kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'har kodsho.
Okay, please be seated. All right, so Ellie, why don't you take a seat right there, because we're going to need you in just a few moments. All right, how's that feel? Good? Sort of strange chair, but feels good. All right, let's just grab that mic out here. So in each of your pews, you should have actually, our front row, we're going to need some help. Can we bring for our front row people what's called a chumash, what's going to have our Torah reading for this morning. It's different looking than your prayer book. It will say, thank you, Cantor Kevin, either a darker colored one that says the Torah or a green colored one that says the Torah. And I'll give you the page numbers for either of those. If you have the darker colored one, you're on page 930. And if you have the green colored one, it's page 828. Okay, again, 930 for the darker colored one, 828 for the green colored one. If anybody doesn't have in their row, you might have to share. Sharing is a nice thing. You know? Yeah. So Kevin's very thoughtful that way. Very good. Okay. Excellent. Good. Everybody taken care of. If you're following at home, you're going to begin reading with Numbers chapter 6, verses 16 to 18. All right, Numbers again. Darker colored one, 930. Green colored one, 828. Okay. I'll just assume we're good. So, as I said, we're going to read 3 aliyot. Ellie is going to read and bless the final one. For the first 2, I'll do the readings. And for the honor of blessing and giving the aliyot, we're going to welcome up Saba Dan and Uncle Ariel. Okay, good. Yamdu Dan ben David v'Chaya v'Ariel ben Dan v'Kathy le'aliyah harishona. Shabbos. Okay. Shabbat shalom. Okay. I don't think you'll need the English stuff there, but
You know,
yeah, I was just gonna say neither of you. I think. Okay, whenever you're ready.
okay.
Baruch Adonai
Mevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Ve'ikriv hakohen lifnei Adonai, v'asa et chatato ve'et olato. ותהיל יעשה זבח שלמים לאדוני על סל המצות, ועשה הכהן את מנחתו ואת נזקו, וגילח הנזיר פתח אוהל מועד את ראש נזרו, ולקח את שיער ראש נזרו, ונתן על האש אשר תחת זבח השלמים.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen, amen, amen. Yes, God. Great job, guys. Okay. And for our second Aliyah, we're going to begin with verse 19 again of chapter 6. And for the honor of blessing the Torah, we're going to welcome up Tal and Dana. And Farah, are you going to come up too? No, you're going to hang out. You get the row to yourself? Okay, there you go. Yeah. Not quite bat mitzvah yet, but you're coming up for moral support, if nothing else. Okay. All right, you got a tough act to follow here.
Yes,
So,
I do.
okay. Yamod Tal Ben Dan V'Kathy L'Aliyah Hashinit.
Baruch et Adonai Barach.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amin v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Velakach HaKohen et hazroa b'shelah min ha'ayil. וחלת מצה אחת מן הסל, ורקיק מצה אחד, ונתן על כפי הנזיר, אחר התגלחו את נזרו, והניף אותם הכהן תנופה לפני אדוני, קודש הוא לכהן על חיזה התנופה ועל שוק התרומה, ואחר ישתה הנזיר יין. זאת תורת הנזיר אשר ידור קורבנו לאדוני על נזרו, מלבד אשר תשיג ידו, כפי נדרו אשר ידור, כן יעשה על תורת נזרו.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam notah b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Parents, gonna be you soon. Not that soon. You got time. Relax. Okay. Ellie, you ready? Okay. Very good. Tamod, 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 Habachura Habat Mitzvah, Eli Bat Tal V'Dena Habat Mitzvah. Okay. So we'll do blessing first. Okay.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarah Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayidaber Adonai al Moshe lemor, daber el Acharon ve'el banav lemor, ko tiberechu epene Yisrael, Amor lachem, Yivarechecha, Adonai ve'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai, Panav elecha, Vihuneka, Yisa Adonai, Panav elecha, Ve'asem lecha shalom, Ve'samu et shemi al b'nei Yisrael, Va'ani avarchem. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah temet, v'chaye olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Simen tov u'mazel tov, mazel tov u'simen tov, simen tov u'mazel tov, mazel tov u'simen tov, simen tov u'mazel tov, mazel tov u'simen tov. Yehi lanu, yehi lanu, yehi lanu, u'lechol Yisrael. Yehi lanu, yehi lanu, u'lechol Yisrael. Yehilanu, u'lechol Yisrael. Yehilanu, Yehilanu, u'lechol Yisrael.
Ellie, you did great. Okay, we're not done. We're not done, but you did great. Feels good?
Yeah.
Good. All right, now we want to know about your Torah. Okay,
Okay.
we've read the thing that's been given to you. Now you're going to tell us a little bit about your perspective. First thing we're going to make sure is everybody can hear you. So come on over here. Let's make just say Shabbat Shalom to everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, good in the back. Good,
All right.
great. Ellie.
Okay. Shabbat Shalom. My parsha is called Naso. It is in the book Bamidbar, or Numbers in English. The verses I read were chapter 4, verse 22 to verse 27. It begins with a census of the Levite men who were responsible for transporting the tabernacle and the laws of the Nazir to set them apart from Adonai, God. Specifically, the part I'm reading is when God spoke to Moses. In the Torah, it says the following: Adonai spoke to Moses, "Speak to Aaron and his sons, thus shall bless the people of Israel. Say to them, Adonai bless you and protect you. Adonai deal kindly and graciously with you. Adonai bestow divine favor upon you and grant you peace. Thus they shall link my name with the people of Israel, and I will bless them." So, what is a blessing? In the dictionary, a blessing is defined as a prayer asking for God's favor and protection. To me, a blessing can mean many different things. You can be blessed, like when people say a good thing about you, or when your friends wish you good luck or mazel tov on something you're doing. You can feel blessed when things are going well in your life, and you can bless someone else, just as simply as telling someone bless you when they sneeze, sending them a good wish. At first, I didn't feel like I connected with the word blessing at all. I don't have a very religious life, but as I dug deeper with Rabbi Dan, I figured out that a blessing does relate to me after all. A big part of being blessed or saying a blessing is that you're grateful for the things in your life. Gratitude is an important part of my life because I'm grateful for so many things. I'm grateful for my family who traveled far to see me here today. I'm grateful for the delicious food put on my table every night, and I'm grateful for living here in Sag Harbor. Now, how would I lay gratitude to my parsha? The Israelites were grateful for God's blessings at the time. 1, God's protection, 2, God's grace or goodwill, and 3, granting the Israelites with peace. For our ancestors, these 3 things were essential. Without protection, there is constant fear. Without goodwill, there is no joy, and without peace, no one could be happy or content. So getting that blessing meant that the people not only had things to appreciate, but they also had a reminder that God cared about them. I know most certainly if I was alive at the time, I would have been very grateful for these blessings because peace in the community and the world, protection, and feeling safe mean a lot to me. We live with these blessings from Adonai. We are lucky that we have a safe community where we don't have much to worry about. We have beautiful beaches with clean water and fresh air to breathe with lots of green trees. For me, I'm so blessed to have the opportunity to read from the Torah on a beautiful day like today. Being here to carry on this tradition was a choice I made that I'm very proud of. I learned so much from my experience at Temple Adas Israel. I want to thank my family for supporting me with every decision I make. I'm very grateful that they're loving and understanding. I want to thank all the teachers in Hebrew school who were so patient with me the entire year, Rabbi Dan for practicing with me and being so kind, Cantor Kevin for teaching me how to sing my parsha, and I want to thank everyone for coming here to be with me on this special day. Shabbat Shalom.
Good applause. You did great. Again, not quite done yet, but you can sit down and relax for a second. Fabulous. I want everybody to really take in what she's just taught us. And Ellie, great job. Really great job. Before we hear the Haftarah that Ellie's going to read for us in just a moment, we're going to lift and dress the Torah, and we're going to call up, I think Uncle Ariel's doing double work today. Come on up, we'll make sure. And then Violet and Gray are also going to help, I think. So Violet and Gray, can you guys come up? Very good. Don't worry if you've never done this before. We'll walk you through it. Everyone else, please rise. Okay. Now, Ariel, what you going to do? You done that before?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. All right. So, first thing is, once you lift it up, okay, turn around so everybody can see it. Good. And then you'll sit down in that chair over there, and then you guys are going to help to get it all back together again, which will tell you what to do. And for the lifting piece, you're a strong dude, so I don't think this is a concern, but basically, if you push against here until you get it vertical and lift straight up, it's usually easier. Okay. All right, we're here if you need us. Okay. All right.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה.
Please be seated. Excellent team. Excellent team. Very impressive. Ariel, I think the thing is, you now know you're excellent at Hagba. So every time you go to shul, tell them that you know what you're doing. Okay. So we're going to welcome Ellie back up to our bima, and we're going to turn to the Haftarah, the reading from the prophets. So that reading, if you have only the darker colored ones, makes it a little tricky. We're on page 948. 948. Right. Now, Ellie, you need the blessings. Put those there. Okay. Excellent. Good. 372. Page 372 are our blessing before. Okay, so Ellie, you can lead this one. We'll help you with this one. Yeah. Okay.
Right now?
Yeah.
Baruch atah Adonai. Wait, how does it? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratzav v'divrei ha'amarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah u'Moshe avdo v'Yisrael amo v'yimyech ha'emet v'tzedek.
Amen.
This is your first verse. Okay, so make a long story short, we're starting at verse 13 because last week's and this week we read Naso over 2 weeks. So the Haftarah is also split in two. So Ellie is going to begin with verse 13, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Vayomer malach Adonai el Manoach mikol asher amarti elcha isha tishamer. The angel of God said to Manoah, "The woman must abstain from all things against which I warned her. She must not eat anything that comes from the grapevine, or drink wine or other intoxicant, or eat anything impure. She must observe all that I commanded her." Manoah said to the angel of God, "Let us detain you and prepare a kid for you." But the angel of God said to Manoah, "If you detain me, I shall not eat your food. And if you present a burnt offering, offer it to God." For Manoah did not know that he was an angel of God. So Manoah said to the angel of God, "What is your name? We should like to honor you when your words come true." The angel said to him, "You must not ask for my name. It is unknowable." Manoah took the kid and the grain offering and offered them up on the rock to God. And a marvelous thing happened while Manoah and his wife looked on. As the flames leaped up from the altar toward the sky, the angel of God ascended in the flames of the altar. While Manoah and his wife looked on, and they flung themselves on their face to the ground, the angel of God never appeared again to Manoah and his wife. Manoah then realized that it had been an angel of God. And Manoah said to his wife, "We will surely die, for we have seen a divine being." But his wife said to him, "Had God meant to take our lives, our burnt offerings and grain would not have been accepted, nor would we have been shown all these things, and God would not have made such an announcement to us." The woman bore a son, and she named him Samson. The boy grew up, and God blessed him. The Spirit of God first moved with him in the encampment of Dan between Zorah and Eshtaol. ותלד האישה בן, ותקרא את שמו שמשון, ויקדח הנער, ויברכהו אדוני, ותחל רוח אדוני לפעמו במחנה דן, בין זורע ובין אשתאול.
Okay, we're all going to join together in the blessing after the Haftarah. We're back in our prayer books now for the rest of the service on page 372.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, tzur kol haolamim, tzadik bechol hadorot, ha'el ha'ne'eman, ha'omer ve'oseh, ha'medaber u'mekayem, shechol devarav emet v'tzedek. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל הנביאים ועל יום השבת הזה שנתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו לקדושה ולמנוחה לכבוד ולתפארת על הכל אדוני אלוהינו אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך יתברך שמך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Amen.
Ellie, you asked your call? You did it.
Thank you.
You're all right. Do me a favor. Come stand right over here, because there's some people who want to say some very nice things to you. Kid, you can have a seat. So the first we're going to welcome up is your mother, Dana, and your father, Tal. Dana, you want to come up together and then go in order? You want to go one at a time? What do you prefer? Farrah, you want to come sit in the cool seat over here? Okay, maybe it's not that cool. The seat over here? That's no. Okay, okay. Dana, do you want to hold it or do you want to? Okay, not a problem at all. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to speak to you, okay? Mazel Tov, Ellie Sloan. Thank you to everyone here and family and friends who traveled. Thank you to my BFF, Brenda, bringing your BFF, Helena. You're very lucky to have all of your dad's family here, your sister, your dad. Your name, Ellie Sloan. Dad chose Ellie. I chose Sloan because of Sloan Peterson and Ferris Bueller. And it turns out it is your favorite movie of all time. It is the perfect movie for you. It is witty, charming, smart, and takes place in Chicago, where Dad and I are both from. I love watching it with you and reciting all the lines, even if it drives you crazy. I am so impressed by you. You are self-motivated, focused, very driven, independent, unique, and on a trajectory of success and hopefully a lifetime of happiness and joy. I respect your independence, your views, your style, your taste in music. I learn a lot from you. I want to acknowledge your accomplishments in the synagogue. Today is completely your choice, and that is amazing and makes Dad and I very happy. A huge thank you to Rabbi Dan, Maura Shelley, and Maura Diane. I love shopping with you no matter where, even though you hate it. I love listening to old music with you, like Tears for Fears and Brittany. I love our 5-mile walks and talks and going to exercise classes with you. I am excited to watch you grow more. I am already in awe and so proud. My favorite memories of you and your sister were your interpretive dance-offs on Shelter Island to Florence and the Machine, walking Haas together, planning your summer birthday parties, AKA parent ragers. I wish you the best of luck with your goals in all of your endeavors this summer, next year in high school, and the future, college, living in NYC, or wherever you choose. I am here for you. I am at peace knowing Gigi is watching over you. When you were little, you two had a very special relationship, and I know she is smiling today and so proud of you. I love you.
It's a hard act to follow. And there's a lot of overlap, I'm going to say. So dear Ellie Mazal Tov, congratulations on your hard work and accomplishments here in front of your family and friends in the congregation of Temple Adas Israel. The B'nai Mitzvah project took Ellie about a year of study, and today marks the accomplishment of that commitment, which it really is. Ellie, you've always impressed us with your focus and dedication to learning. We love that about you, that you're not afraid of a challenge, and you complete each task with verve and gusto, just like you did today. I'm very proud of you. For those not familiar with Judaism and its customs, the bat mitzvah is done in respect to our ancestors and heritage and traditions, and it marks the first step in becoming an adult. Ellie, we welcome you as you cross this threshold from childhood to adulthood. The first step should not be considered an instantaneous one, but one that's progressing along with you as you grow. Adulthood is a journey filled with great experiences for you to look forward to, like driving and college and travel and love and friendships and expanded family of your own making one day, and hopefully a lot of laughs along the way. And the journey is one that you don't take alone, but with this community who loves and supports you and grows with you. My dear Ellie, we love the person you are so much and are excited to watch you become the adult you will be. You impress and inspire me all the time. While recently looking at photos of you over the years, I love seeing the smile which you have that beams from ear to ear. And I'm grateful for you and for what you've given in our life. And I enjoy the time that I have with you every day, whether it's reading or cooking or bicycling or tennis or whatever. You're a beaming light of sunshine that warms my heart and soul. So to all of you, I'm grateful that you've joined us in this milestone with our family. I'm happy that my family from Chicago is here to celebrate with us. It means a lot to me. I say it that these are my happy people all in one place. So that's kind of a nice thing. Thank you to everyone for coming out today, friends and family. Thank you, Dana. I love you and happy anniversary. This day really is together because of your hard work, and I appreciate that about you. And I know Barbara's smiling down on both of you guys, so I hope that you are ready to celebrate the Bar Mitzvah. So thank you to Rabbi, the best. We look forward to continuing everyone's celebration today at our home. You're all invited and welcome. And Shabbat Shalom and Mazel Tov to you.
I think you're gonna get up. No, it's better. First of all, I have to understand how it is that you got your children to appreciate the things from our youth, right? Because I can't get my kids to watch Sesame Street, and you're talking about Tears for Fears and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. It's fabulous. We're gonna welcome up now Safta Kathy, who's gonna share a few words of blessing. Yes? No? Total surprise? Yeah?
I just want to say.
Here, well, come over here so we can hear you. Don't. Whoop. We got the books. Don't worry. Cantor will get those. No.
I came all the way from Israel. I'm very happy. I'm very proud of Ellie. And I'm thankful to have the whole family here and that the Litvin family did this and the guests. And I love you and I'm so proud of you. I hope to take you to Israel one day.
Yes, that we're going to make sure that happens.
And your friends.
Yeah, even better.
Always.
We'll meet you there. We'll all come together.
Come.
Sapta, thank you very
And we'll
much.
Demonstrate.
Yes, we will do that as well. That is for sure. I'll wear my shirt. Of course. Okay, it's now my honor to welcome up our Hebrew School and Executive Director, Shelley Lichtenstein, who's going to bestow a gift to you, Ellie. Maybe say some nice things about you, too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
First of all, Mazal Tov. You did an amazing, amazing job, Ellie. And I don't know how many of you know, but Ellie was with us for Hebrew school pre-pandemic. Then she took a little time off. And then last year, Tal came to Rabbi Dan and I and said, Tal, it's time. Ellie says she's ready. She'd like a bat mitzvah. So there was a discussion, will she join us, will she not, will we do it privately, or will she join the class? We are so glad that you made the choice to join us, because you added so much to the class. It was really wonderful to have you. And truly, a year ago, Ellie was not reading Hebrew. That's hard to believe, Ellie, because you did an amazing job today. Really, really beautiful. And I really enjoyed sitting with you and talking to you and getting to know you as a young lady and beautiful lady that you are today. So I look forward to many, many more discussions with you, many more times you joining us. And I thank you for being here. And Mazal Tov, so proud of you. Mazal Tov. Oh, and I have to give you the gift. This is a gift on behalf of the synagogue. It's a pair of candlesticks for you, which we hope that you will use as you choose.
Thank you, Shelley. All right, Ellie, I promise on the last one, but I have to get in a couple here. You can put that down for a second. Okay, so Ellie, it's hard to add to all the beautiful things that were said to you and about you, especially by your parents who've watched you grow from the beginning. I've been privileged to know you for a number of years, and as Shelley said, some of the greatest joys of the last year have just been us hanging out in the office talking Torah, talking all sorts of other things. Now, one thing that Ellie and I bonded over early on, and I hope you'll forgive me for saying this, is something we share in common sometimes, which is perhaps a tendency towards procrastination. Okay, just hear me out though for a second, okay? I want to challenge you on that. I can't speak for myself, but I want to challenge you on the way that you see it of yourself. I don't think it's actually the right word to describe. I think actually the word is a related one. It's the word patience. This world is full of people who will run to do something without thinking for a moment about what they're about to do, who will open their mouth and spit out all sorts of things without taking 2 seconds to consider the impact of their words. Patience is a sign of respect. It's a sign of being able to hold oneself back and to make room for other people. It's a person who will understand that sometimes you can't just push against the wall and expect that it will fall over. Sometimes you need to step back, you need to take perspective, and you need to think before you do anything. Maybe perhaps for us sometimes it is procrastination. It's something we don't want to do, so we push off doing it. But I think actually, Ellie, in most of the times that I've interacted with you, it's not that. It's really that you want to give some time to think, to let things marinate, as it were, right? To give an opportunity for ideas to grow. You can't do that in a world that is constantly buzzing at you and telling you you need an answer now, now, now. Okay, every one of us can learn a very important lesson from this, right? Sending a text message, receiving a text message. Give a room to breathe, give a room to think. Okay, Ellie, these are actual gifts of yours, and actually a better word to use it is what you were talking about in your Devar Torah, and it's in your portion. It is a blessing. But sometimes the blessings in our lives are not the ones we see immediately. We have to think about them. We have to see them from perspective. And we have to learn about ourselves as we grow. So my blessing to you is to always look at yourself as the gift that you are, and the things that you have to share as being important. But don't let the world rush you to things and to places that you're not ready for. Don't feel like you have to do now because somebody says now. Sometimes we don't have a choice, but we have that choice more often than not. And I commend you for the courage to sometimes say, not today, maybe tomorrow. Ellie, it's been a privilege to be one of your teachers, but to also be one of your students and to have learned from you. And as Shelley said, we will continue to do so. So I congratulate you, Mazal Tov, on everything that you've achieved today, and we look forward to all the blessings to come in the future. Now here's the last word. I'm going to use that blessing that you just read from the Torah to bless you now. And I invite all of you to think of whatever your blessing would be for Ellie right now. And as we use these ancient words of blessing, we will convey all of our love for you, Ellie, and all of our hopes for the future. Yivarechecha Adonai b'yishmerecha, may God bless you and guard you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, may God's face shine down upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May you remember that no matter where you go in life, Ellie, that God's presence will follow you and be a source of peace to you and to all who know you. And together we say, Amen. All right, now you can go relax. Thank you. Okay, you take that. Ooh, okay, take that breathing. Well earned. Well earned. Farah, did she do good? Yes? Thumbs up? Yes, thumbs up. All right, you did great. So we're going to offer a few blessings before we conclude the Torah service and our service as a whole. The first will be an opportunity to pray for healing. On page 371 in our prayer books, I'll invite every one of us in the room to take 30 seconds and to think about anybody in your life that could use a little bit of extra healing, a little bit of extra prayer, a little bit of extra blessing. Just again, take time for yourself, about 30 seconds, and we'll join together in prayer. El na refana la, el na refana la, el na refana la, refua shelema, el na refana lo, el na refana lo. And now we're going to welcome up Tal, I think. Tal, yeah? You're going to do blessing for the United States, or as I wrote it on our sheet, blessing for us, right? The blessing for us. Page 376, just right here at the very bottom of the page.
O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. And now we're going to welcome up Saba Dan and Safta Janice, who are going to read a prayer for the state of Israel on page 377. Here, guys, come on up here. I got it all set for you. No worries. No, we have to be careful around here. Yes. Safta Janice, very nice to meet you. Okay, so Saba Dan, we're going to read the Hebrew first. Avinu Shabbat to there, and then Janice will read that. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו, ברך את מדינת ישראל, ראשית צמיחת גאולתנו, הגן עליה באהבה, בחסדיך ופרוס עליה שלום, סוכת שלומך, ושלח אורך, והעמידך לראשיה, ושריה ויועציה, ותקנם בעצה וטובה מלפניך, ונתת שלום בארץ, ושמחת עולם ליושביה, ונאמר אמן.
Amen.
O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shielded behind the wings of your love, spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your life and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank
Well done.
Thank you.
Pleasure. That's why we designed the step wider, so that you could walk down together. That's exactly what we were thinking, so it's great. Yeah, very good. All right, so we're going to turn to page 374. We're going to rise, and then Farah, I need your help one last time. Can you help me out? Thank you very much. Page 374.
יהללו את שם אדוני, כי נשגב שמו לבדו, עודו על ארץ ושמיים, וירם קרן לעמו, תהילה לכל חסידיו, לבני ישראל עם קרובו. Hallelujah, Hallelujah, כי לקח טוב נתתי לכם תורתי אל תעזובו. עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה ותומכיה מאושר. דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום. השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה. חדש ימינו, חדש ימינו כקדם.
We'll remain standing as we turn to page 586, the bottom of the page, Aleinu L'Shabeach. Aleinu L'Shabeach L'Adon HaKol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Page 591. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. Now invite those who are in mourning and those observing yard sites to please remain standing. Everyone else may be seated. On a day of great joy like this, we know that there are people who we are missing, and I know in particular in the Litvin family, and for Dana especially, missing your mom Barbara, Gigi, and knowing that when we offer this prayer, we offer this prayer certainly with a heavy heart, but also one of celebration, of a life lived, and one, again, that continues on with all the blessings that you mentioned, Dana, that will be bestowed to you, Ellie, and really for the rest of your lives. So we certainly remember Gigi today as well. In our community, we're thinking also of Morty Schwatzky, Beverly Deshevsky, Sandy Greenwald, Dorothy Klein, David Lieberman, Norma Polsek, Marvin Schreier, Sandy Slip, Barbara Strasser, David Weinstein, Rita Weitzman, Yael Zerdar, Bert Bitterman. We also marked the yard sites that occurred during the last week for Sylvia Bohm, Miriam Brandolini, Sylvia Burt, Tilly Danoff, Sadie Egelfeld, Dallas Ernst, Barbara Friedman, Harry Friedman, Molly Goldstein, Ruth Gonzer, Anna Harris, Irving Heller, Libby Kamenkow, Donald Kyle, Meyer Levine, Edith Miller, Bruce Norton, Morris Raff, Jerome Ridner, Richard Rube, Alice Rubin, William Schwartz, Joseph Shapiro, Jeffrey Spanier, Rachel Waldman, Charlotte Wolk, Solomon Zweig, and Barbara Strasser. In addition to all the names that we just read, is anyone else saying Kaddish for anyone we didn't mention? I'll invite the mourners to join with me on page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei.
b'chayechon u'b'yomechon u'b'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'b'zman kariv v'yimru Amen. Yehei shemei Rabba mevarach la'alam u'li'almei almaya. V'yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata ta'amiran be'alma v'yimru Amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen. Zichronam livracha, may every one of their memories be for a blessing. Okay, please be seated. And again, Shabbat Shalom to everyone, and a Yasher Koach again, Mazal Tov to you, Eli. Just fantastic, fantastic job. A few quick announcements before we end our service, and we'll go next door to enjoy a light bite before more eating, I imagine, right? More eating to come. So just a few important announcements. The first is, for those that are joining us for Torah study will be led this morning, our Women's Torah Commentary Torah study, downstairs if you're with us in the building, on Zoom if you're watching or participating from home. Again, that will start at 12 o'clock in just a little bit. Downstairs, again, if you're with us here, you can grab some food and bring it right down. We also just want to remind everyone, for those that want to participate, the Walk with Sean is tomorrow at 8 o'clock on Long Beach, beginning on the Noyak side, parking on the Noyak side again of Long Beach. Again, that is Sunday at 8 a.m. A reminder also of the June 10th, 5 o'clock Road Forward Benefit Dinner flyers available at the front door as well as online for information about that as well. Those that are part of the community, our June calendar is also on the table over there, as well as the e-blast that you got this week. And I think those were all of my announcements. Shelley, did I miss anything? And regular stuff this week also, regular classes, all those good things as well. Cantor? We're good? Okay, so in a second, Cantor, do me a favor, just get from Josie the special Kiddush cup that we're using. Tal, that Kiddush cup you brought, any special story to it?
It's the Kiddush cup that my mother gave Dana and I for her wedding.
So this was a Kiddush cup given to Dana and Tal in their wedding from your mom, which is a very special thing. We're going to use this in a second. Also, I'm going to invite up now any of Ellie's friends or cousins or anybody come up to be fair. Come on up to. You're going to need you in a second. Okay, we're going to do our closing song on page 626 in Kelohenu, and then we'll do our blessing over the wine and blessing over bread. Very good. Come on over here. There's plenty of space. Plenty of space. Come on over here. Hi guys, welcome. Okay. You don't have to look so stoic, you know. Usually by the end of the service, everybody's smiling. All right, page 626, Ein Kelohenu, you can join with us. Ein Kelohenu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mich Eloheinu, Mich Adonenu, Mich Kemalkeinu, Mich Kemoshienu. Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Malkeinu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. It's actually a very cool Kiddush cup. It's got stuff on the inside. All right, Safta, you'll have to explain to me where it came from afterwards. Okay, Ellie, do me a favor. You hold this. Should be grape juice. We made sure of that. Yes. Right? Okay, I'll tell you when you can drink it. Page 604, and we'll ask everyone to please rise. Page 604. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת
לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Al ken berach Adonai yom HaShabbat vayikadshehu savri
B'chayev.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Zip.
L'chaim.
Is it good? That's good. Good question. All right. Farrah, would you do me a favor? See those two challahs? Can you grab them, put them together? Good. Switch them together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech
Haolam. You said it. V'hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen.
That's great. That was great. Amen. Farrah, that was amazing. That was perfect. All right, take a.
That is what he said.
Not a big bite like this. Just pull off a piece like this. You have to eat. It's very important. When you say the blessing, you got to eat it. All right, everybody, have some. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Come next door, have something to eat. That was great. That was the best thing ever. That was the best thing ever. That was great. That was awesome. Well done. All right, Ellie, you did great. You can drink the rest of it. It's yours. It's your bat mitzvah. You can have as much grape juice as you want. Hi there. Yeah, take as much as you want. Take as much as you want. Okay. Kendra, can we do me a favor? Can you run this over there? Excellent job. Well done. Yes. I did exactly. You have to be careful with literal things.
Good job. Very impressive. I got nervous.
Good.
I'm like,
Oh yeah, of course, absolutely. Take all the pictures you want, anything that you want. You want the Torah back out again. Daniel, is this your pen? It was a very cool looking pen. I feel like that's an important pen. All right, let me get this out of the way so you got. Yeah, take as many pictures as you want. As many pictures as you want. With the Kiddush cup.